So I want to acknowledge that I learned this from my mentor, Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, and I've kind of adapted it over the years as I've shared it with others. But it's how to manage ourselves when somebody that we care about does something that triggers us and we feel that we're being abducted by our reptile brain, and we need to give ourselves an emergency dose of self-empathy. So that person we care about does something, and right away we get triggered. And there are 4 steps. Step number 1, you allow yourself 1 sentence of reaction. It can be, what the? Or, oh no, she's not doing that again. Or, is he crazy? 1 sentence of reaction. But you don't stay in that reaction. You don't stay in the judgment of the other person. Instead of externalizing what the other person is doing that's wrong or upsetting, you go within. What am I feeling? This is step number 2. What am I feeling? I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling shocked. And remember, true feelings are single words. Shocked, hurt, confused, angry. It's not, I'm feeling like they don't understand me. No, that's an evaluation. Real feelings are single words. And remember that our feelings are always connected to our needs, our values. So if we're having uncomfortable feelings, there are precious needs or values that are not being met. So that's step number 3. Which of my values are not being met? So it might be, I'm feeling hurt because my need for care hasn't been met. Or I'm feeling shocked because my need for safety hasn't been met. Or I'm feeling angry because my need for respect hasn't been met. So that's step number 3. What am I needing? What am I wanting? Now, this is where we pivot. We get in touch with what I'm really needing. I'm needing safety. I'm needing kindness. I'm needing care. We remember what it is we're needing, and we give it to ourselves. We remember, I am safe. I am kind. And remember, we remember in our bodies somatically what safety feels like, what kindness feels like. So we have pivoted out of externalizing what's the other person's doing that's bad or wrong, gotten in touch with what it's triggering that we want and need, and we give it to ourselves by remembering the experience of safety or kindness or care. Doing this takes us out of the reptile brain reaction, which is back here, and brings us into the frontal lobe of responsiveness. We cannot feel kindness. We cannot remember safety if we're in reptile brain. Reptile brain is just defending itself. So it literally, it's like if you could see a picture of our brain while we're doing this practice, we're going from being back here into coming up here, coming back into our frontal lobe. And by the way, all this happens inside our own thought process. We're not saying anything to anybody else. You may need to say to the person who triggered you, "Whoa, give me a moment." And then you do this practice inside of yourself so that they're not, they know that you're taking a moment. But all this can happen in 60 seconds or less. And after you've done that and you've kind of given yourself what it is you actually need, then ask yourself a question. This is the 4th and final step. Can my love and my care for this person supersede my discomfort? Can my love, my care for this person who just triggered me supersede my discomfort? 90% of the time, approximately, the answer will be yes. Just giving yourself that emergency dose of self-empathy brought you out of reptile brain, brought you into the frontal lobe, and you can stay in connection with this person, stay in presence with them. However, be honest with yourself. If after doing this, you're still in like, hell no, I no, I'm still too angry, or I'm still too triggered, then you know you need a red light. You need to say, I'm sorry, I'm too triggered right now. I need to take care of myself. I'm going to take some space. And that's okay. It's better if you're too triggered and you can't, in that minute, come back to center, then it's better to go take a walk and really think about what you need. And sometimes we only need that 1 minute of the practice that I just did. Sometimes we need a 5-minute walk. And sometimes we need 5 days. And in the case with an ex-wife or an ex-husband, sometimes we need 5 years, right? It can vary. But what we do want to do is get in touch with, what do I really need to come back to center? A good night's rest, or a quality nap, or whatever it may be. And that's how we do the self-empathy practice.